supposed to be a beautiful organic thing, so you can plan as much as you can, but at the end of the day, you don't really know what's going to happen. So I feel like we're prepared as best we can, and we're also flexible enough that we'll just roll with whatever happens.
I'm tremendously optimistic that finally all the work that so many people have done over the last 20 years is going to bear fruit in the next couple of weeks. I'm also scared, nervous. It's a big thing to do, and I thought it was just going to be 5 people walking down the road tomorrow, but it sounds like there'll be more than that.
Biologist Alexandra Morton's Walk for Wild Salmon is off and running. The Get Out migration, pushing governments to move open net salmon farms out of the way of wild salmon, got going this past week with 2 inspiring send-offs, one from Morton's home community of Sointula off northern Vancouver Island, the other from local First Nations in Port McNeil. Hundreds of people gathered to greet and walk with Morton and her supporters as they began their 3-week, 460-kilometer journey down Vancouver Island, which will culminate in Victoria on May 8th. The message of the migration was clear throughout these initial events. These concerned citizens aren't pushing for an end to aquaculture, but rather for it to evolve in a sustainable direction that provides jobs without impacting wild salmon.
Wild salmon are important, and we need to protect them, and if that means putting fish farms into closed containment, then let's get on it.
I think we are going to fix this. We're going to encourage it to reinvent itself as a Canadian industry on land if some people really want to do that. And we're going to go on to rebuild this coast.
If the salmon are in bad shape, then we're in bad shape. And the number of jobs right now in the tourism industry far, far exceeds the number of jobs in the salmon farming industry. There's room for both industries, but not at the expense of our wild stocks.
Tonight, we want to do a send-off for her and the many people who are going to be walking with her tomorrow. The only thing that's going to work is the population, the majority of us speaking out. If we don't do it, we could well lose our wild salmon and other democratic rights.
As you go on your walk, you won't really be alone. You'll have the whales, you'll have the eagles, and you'll have the bears, hopefully just figuratively. And you'll have us, the old guys, walking with you in spirit. We'll be with you every step of the way. Good luck.
I honestly don't think this industry is going to remain the way it is through this walk. This is it. This is how people change things. So it was really cool. We get to be a part of it. So thanks a lot, you guys.
She's a friend, and I hope she has a great time. I hope a lot of people come out and join her, but if this is any indication of what's going to happen, it ought to be a great walk.
Go, Alex, go! Go, Alex, go! Go, Alex, go!
Following the heartwarming community event in Sointula, it was off to Vancouver Island by ferry to begin the historic march.
It's just such a great day for us all to see a focus come together in our battle to keep our environment and our coast possibly clean for future generations.
The group was greeted by members of the Namgis and other local First Nations and throngs of supporters and media.
This is an invitation for everyone to stand up, and I want to walk with the people as we go through the fish farm towns and to tell the fish farmers, don't be afraid. We can have an industry on land. There's answers to this. But the big Norwegian industry in the ocean, I think they should get out.
The whole environment is being affected by these open net fish farms, and we want them to change over to closed containment. Matter of fact, we are working on a pilot project, closed containment.
It is a great day today. It's a historic day. I think, well, of course, it's a great thing we're making a big statement concerning our wild salmon. And I feel a lot of pride here, and I see all of the support. It's a great thing.
I think it's fantastic, and I hope the people along the route join in and help out, because it's their property. The fish belong to the people of Canada, and their destruction is no one's right.
We're gonna save the fish.
The group then wound its way to the Namgis River for a special ceremony hosted by the First Nations.
We're with her to fight the fish farms to get out of our territory because they're killing our salmon. As you can see, our children here, that's what we're fighting for our future. This is awesome. You know, this is just the beginning, and we're hoping there will be thousands of us by the time we get to Victoria.
And in this river, we have all of the species of salmon. We believe that there's one chum salmon run that's gone extinct because of the fish farm and the sea lice. So we want to thank Alexandra for the great work that she's doing.
This is a case of real canned wild salmon. For your trip. He said it's for you to eat on your way down.
We will. Thank you very, very much.
The medicine pouch to protect Alex on her journey.
Opportunity doesn't knock very often, and when it does, you have to seize the moment. Carpe diem. Well, today's the diem.
A core group of 20 walkers would now be on their own for several days until the next series of events on Quadra Island, in Campbell River, and Courtenay. But this morning's inspiring start would surely help propel them along their challenging path.
It's gonna be a piece of cake, all the way to Victoria, no problem.
Well, once we get to Campbell River, it should be easier there.
Yeah.
More people.